Hello everyone, welcome to Coding with Wes Pye. My name is Wes Pye, and we are going to be doing a Python dictionary tutorial today. I gotta admit here, I had to do a little bit of brushing up here. A little bit of, testing myself out and kind of improving my skills. So I'm pretty happy about getting to do this video. I've already tested myself on it, so I feel completely prepared for this, and I'm ready to dive in with you. So, the best way to explain a dictionary is essentially it's like a list, but it has each item in the list has a unique identifier. So essentially, that means if the list is this, uh, if you know list one is going to equal this, a string, okay. Instead, it would have a value which would be able to be accessed, and you'd be able to find that. And so to define that, instead what we're going to do is create a variable, and it's going to be data. And instead of using the regular square brackets, we're going to use the curly brackets. We're going to give a key, okay? So key, and you don't have to name this a key. Actually, you can use an integer, you can use a float, you can use a string. Either way is okay, but you got to give it a key, and then you have to give it a value. So value, okay, just to make things easy here, so no one's gonna get confused, okay? So when I say, you have a key value pair, that's exactly what uh, a dictionary is composed of, okay? And so then we could have a name, okay? And these can all be different types, and we're just gonna put Wes Pye here, okay? And we're gonna put, I don't know, we'll put a time here, okay? And we're going to use 7, and we can't really use a colon because that doesn't work in this case, but just to show it for our purposes. And we'll also use another one, which is going to be age, okay? And we'll put it as 26 because that's my age. Okay, so you have a little bit of values there, a little bit of information. So now, if you want to just check out this here dictionary, then all we need to do is use our regular print function, right? And just print that out. That'll display it to the screen. You'll get some information, boom, okay? So that's the simplest thing in the world there. Now, if you want to actually change this key value here, okay, which you can do. So what you're going to want to do is data, and we're going to use indexing just like the list. And now what we're going to do is literally call it this key, okay? We're going to say it's going to equal to key 1, okay? And then we're going to print data, okay? And there we are. And we're going to run our application, and we're going to get that, okay? So now we've actually changed the value of the key, and instead of it being value, it's now key 1, okay? So if, say, you want to get all of the keys inside of the dictionary, then you're going to want to print data dot keys, okay? And we're going to use that keys method, and let's go ahead and run that, okay? We're going to get just the keys, okay? Key, name, time, age, all right? And if you want just the values, we're going to print data dot values. So we're going to use the values method here of the dictionary, and we're going to get just the values, okay? Just like that. And now if you want to get all of the items, everything, right, we're going to print data dot items, okay? And if you're wondering where I'm getting all these methods from, because you may have noticed in my other video I had lots of other methods as well, You can find each and every single one of these right in the Python documentation, okay? So they're all right there, and it's not hard to find. It's just a matter of pouring through all the information, actually getting it. So then you're going to have all your items, and you're going to have a pair of pairs. So you have a pair of keys, okay? So and those are actually in Python speak called tuples, and they're an immutable data type, meaning it can't be changed. However, we'll be covering tuples in the next video, so don't get too worried about what that is. It's just another data structure. Just like you have dictionaries, just like you have lists, tuples is another data structure. So now let's say you want to get the a certain item, okay? So you're gonna want to use this get method. Now what you can do is say first you want to get a certain key, right? That's already exists, that is in the dictionary. Like you're gonna go data, and you're gonna index just like we did up here, right? We change the value, but this time we're gonna try to get a value, okay? So, but this time we're gonna search for something like, I don't know, we'll say Tom Brady, okay? Um, and we're gonna look for him in the dictionary. We're gonna look for a key. You know, maybe he would have a value of Randy Moss, right? Something like that. But oh no, there's no key error, right? So why does that happen? Because there is no Tom Brady key, okay? But what we can do on the other hand is instead of this, we can do print, and we can do a data dot get, okay? And this is going to allow us to check if Tom Brady is in fact a key inside of the dictionary, okay? So here we let's see what we got going on. Oh, forgot to add that, and there we go. Okay, and so return a none value because there is no Tom Brady key. All right, but there's another option here. Just like when we were talking about print functions like our end or our sep, we can actually add another argument here, which is just a default value, so not in the dictionary. Okay, so and this way, instead of just a none value, let's say not in the dictionary. So that's also an option there. So that's a kind of cool one. I like that one actually. Now let's say we have this data, and we want to get a copy of it, right? So we're gonna want to do data2 equals data dot copy, okay? And then we're gonna want to print data2, okay? And so now we have a copy of our data. All right, nice and easy. And so this one's kind of a fun one. It's update. So what that's going to actually allow us to do is to not only update as in change the data, but it also allows us to add data to the dictionary. So let's check this out. So if we go with data2 dot update, this is going to require as a parameter or as an argument, it's going to require a dictionary. So first we're going to change our key value, right? We're going to change that to, let's see, we're going to change that to a new value, okay? And then we're also going to add a value here. And this time we're gonna add something about, oh, I don't know. Well, we have Tom Brady. Okay, we're gonna add Tom Brady to our dictionary, and then we're going to put Randy Moss because they are a team. Okay, and so we're gonna pass that dictionary right there. We're going to print data2. Okay, just like that, beautiful. And there we have it. So now we have a new value, okay? And also, like, we could just do this, right? We don't have to do a string. I like strings in this case just because they're pretty. I like the green. But we can do 2 as well. We could do 2.5. You know, we can do let's see, we could do that, and we can do true if we want to, right? I mean, there's really no end to what we can do. Okay, so I mean, and think as let me check this out. I don't know if this is possible, but we're gonna try this out. I don't know. See if this is possible. It is. Wow. So we can actually, well, as a function is a first class data type and can be applied to variables. There you have it. Print returns none. So keep that in mind as well. You can put functions inside your variables. Okay. But we're gonna go back to value. Okay. Just keep this thing nice and easy. All right. You could put your functions in there. So what is our next one we got here? We got pop. Okay. So we're gonna do this key. And it's going to equal, so what pop does is it removes a given value from the dictionary. So we're going to do data dot pop, okay, and we're just going to remove that key right there, okay. Actually, we're going to remove time, like we're going to remove time, okay, and we're going to save that value in a key variable, okay, and then we're going to print that variable, okay. And this will actually give us the value there, okay? Not the key, it'll give us the value, 7.29. But it should have been 7, you know, with the colon. But for this case, it's okay. And then, so in this case, what we're going to do is we're going to build a tuple, and it's going to be it's going to contain the keys, okay? And so what this is going to look like is we're going to create a new dictionary, okay, or new variable, and we're going to, and we have not covered this at all. I know you've seen these purple things, okay, and that's what this print is, right? It's a function, but this is not just a function, actually. This is a constructor. What it literally allows us to do is to construct different data structures, right? So dictionary, data structure, list, data structure, tuple, data structure, okay? So that's what these are. We're literally creating something, okay? And so this is going to need a couple arguments, and what that takes is we're gonna do keys equals, so we're gonna build out a tuple, all right, and we're gonna do key 1, just like that, key 2, all right, and we're gonna have key 3, all right, and then we're going to have values, all right, and that's going to equal 1, and then data 3 is going to equal from keys, it's going to have our keys argument, our variable, which we use as an argument, and then we have our values, okay? And then we're going to print key data 3, okay? Just like that. All right, see? And this can only take these 2 arguments, right? I know it's tempting to think that you could add like tons and tons of values, like you'd be able to put 1 for 1, for key 1, 1 for key 2, 1 for key 3. It does not take that, unfortunately. I wish it did, but it does not. So you're gonna have to use like the update method, or you could do this one as well. You could, you know, assign the new value just like this, but you will have to figure out how you want to go about that in this case. All right. So, and then pop item. So this is actually going to again return a tuple. So we're going to do that. Popped item equals data data3.pop item, okay, and we're going to do that, and we're going to print pop item. All right, and there we have it. Oh, let's see. Oh, pop time. Well, that's okay. We can do that. I don't know how I got the time, but we can do that. All right, so there we go. And so this returns the actual values that were the last ones pushed out, right? So let's take a look at that. Print, yes, print data3, okay, just like that, and run it. And there you go. You see, so that's the dictionary. It's lost that value. There's the pair of values. Okay, pair of pairs. We have a tuple. Okay, now let's get rid of all this extra white space below us, or blue space in this case. And so set default. Okay, this one's a little bit tricky. Essentially, what this does is it's going to check if this key does exist in the dictionary, then you will want to print that value. If it does not exist, then you want to set this new key value pair. Okay, so check it out. P1 equals, we're going to do data3. Okay, we'll do data3 dot set default. Okay, now we're going to check for the key 1. We know key 1 exists in there, right? That is definitely a thing. And then we want that value, okay? We know what it should be. It should be 1, okay? And it is 1. So, but in this case, we're just going to set it as 2, okay? If key 1 doesn't exist. Then we're going to print key 1, okay? Got it? Now, print that. It says 1, okay? So it doesn't need to set that default variable, that default value, okay? But if you were to search through this and go P4, and we're going to print this out, then all of a sudden this is 2, right? So now let's check out data3, print data3, okay? Let's see what it says. And now we have our new entry. We have our new item, okay? So that's how you can also add something. You can check if it exists. If it doesn't exist, then you can update it. You can add it, okay? So that's a nifty one, but it's also kind of tricky, all right? And so then we also have good old, we have data3 dot clear, and we can just print data3, which I'm pretty sure you can guess what this one does all on your own. But if you can't, surprise, it's an empty dictionary, okay? And then also there's another little fun bit here, which is the delete keyword del. You may have remembered that from before. We have, I swore there was a remove or something like that, but I don't, maybe there isn't a remove method. Yeah, I don't, let's check that out. I'm curious. Okay, we're gonna try this. No, it isn't. No, it would pop. It would have popped already. No, it's gonna tell me you're wrong. It's not a thing. Yeah, okay. It has no attribute remove. All right, so just like that. That's how you can always check if a method isn't existing. Just try it, right? So yeah, if you do want to remove a variable, you do have delete. Okay, you have delete keyword. And so what you can do is go with, let's see, first we can delete data3. Okay, check that out. All right, and run it. And obviously it's going to kick back an error. There's no data3. However, right? What if we want to delete uh, data 2 and we're just going to index it at the key of the key value or the key, right? Wow, that gets kind of confusing. And then we're going to print 2, all right? Print our data 2, and there you go. So we actually managed to wipe that out because this is where it printed way back up here. All right, because we added that to this, updated it with Tom Brady, Randy Moss, and we updated our key value. Okay, so that's how, if you want to just delete it without even using the key value pair, that's another option. Now there's one more interesting bit here. We have not gotten to iteration yet. We still have tuples to hit, because I really want you to be able to understand why the iteration exists, really, because you're essentially looping through data structures uh, with a variable. But for those who are a little bit more advanced and already know like what for loops are and while loops are and stuff like that, and maybe they don't know how this technique works, I want you to see this. And also for people who are new, you can also see this and kind of get a feeling for it, what you're going to be seeing coming up soon enough. So if you want to loop through a dictionary and get the key value pairs, okay, this is how we're going to do it. All right, so for key value, and I'm not going to really go through how this all works, right? But we're essentially iterating on both data points, the key and the value. All right, and then data 2 dot items, we have to call the method. All right, for key value in data 2 dot items. All right, and then we're going to print key value. All right, so that's for those of you who are wondering how you can actually loop through a dictionary and get the key value pairs. That's the way to do it. Okay, so and that covers pretty much everything, man. There's more, I'm sure, that exists. There is more that exists with dictionaries, like how we use this constructor up here. We actually constructed a dictionary from the keys, which is kind of how you would do it in pandas as well to build data frames. That's at a higher level though. Of course, it's on top of NumPy, which is on top of Python, but we're not going to go into that right now because that's not the focus here. But for the most part, I do think I covered everything that would be necessary for a beginner to use dictionaries in Python. So I hope it was really helpful and you were able to learn something, maybe learn something new or learn something altogether. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please do leave a comment. And also smash that like button. Make sure you hit that bell notification because every subscriber is the best subscriber and you're really awesome. So until later, I'll see you and happy coding.